Yes, you were.
I might have a recording on this level that I got red screened while I was on the ground in the MG.
Oh yeah, that happened to me a couple times too. I'm not sure how that happens.
Yeah, there was no RPG or anything. I just
No.
got red screened. I have no idea what causes it, but it might be able to kill you sometimes. I guess.
So
Yeah.
here, you honestly, like, you don't really need to use much brain power here. It's just, you know, kind of casually take out mostly the, what are these called again? These nests?
MG nests, yeah.
Yeah, so we want to focus those and the RPG guys. The tanks aren't too big of a deal, especially after this death corner that we're going to be demonstrating. I'm going to try to do a save and see if we can get a death there.
I hope you will get hit by an RPG at least once.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. But just focus the nests and any RPG dudes. There's one right here that you can shoot a little early. I'm going to create a save before this turn. And most of the time you're going to get shot in the back. And I'm not going to bother shooting any of these tanks. I mean, I can shoot this one, but I'm mostly going to focus on the RPG dudes, which I tanked a shot there, which I shouldn't. Mostly if you play like that pretty sloppily, you're going to die. That was very lucky.
If that other guy shot the RPG even a bit earlier, you would have died. So
you almost always get red screened by that RPG guy, and if these guys happen to get lucky and hit, which this is just an example of like what can happen where you don't need to do anything and you'll make it through.
I have never been hit, by the way.
But you can see how many chances they have. There was like 5 or 6 RPGs.
Yeah. And sometimes they all hit, so it can be the quite opposite of that, what you just saw. So make sure you're careful with taking out the RPG guys. Don't worry about the tanks, they're not a big deal.
I have been hit by 2 RPGs like you were just then and not died. And yeah, I don't know how unlikely that is, because I thought I was going to die when I got hit by the second one. Don't totally know how that works.
Also, you can
if you're
break
just
the statue.
regenning it, like, it gets you in the red screen again. So you were just on the brink of death, basically.
Up to like 5 health or something and put you back in.
Yeah.
You don't need to kill anyone. You're just kind of waiting here.
Extra auto scroller here. Now it's like a minute and a half of nothing.
It's the epitome of Call of Duty we're watching right now. Real America moment.
Act 1 basically.
Yeah. And here I've actually died once by 2 God RPGs. Yes. So that, and then one of these guys can also hit you.
I've been hit here a couple times. I never got hit until more recently, and I was suddenly just shocked. I'm like, wow, can I die here? Like, what
yes, I think it's super duper rare. Honestly, I don't even usually get shot by that first one, but that was pretty lucky that I mentioned it happened. Here we switch to the pistol because tube is quite dangerous if you get in a close quarter combat with somebody. So you want to just strafe like in that line that I took. Go a little wide here so you don't get meleeed. That's like the safety strat. And then if you're fast enough, you shouldn't even see your teammates spawn up there. And then from there, it's just, you know, get back to the landing zone. You can grab a gun here if you want, but you won't really need it.
Don't get melee. Yeah, and then run on the right side of this grass here to move the objective point up. So it's sort of right
wiggle
there.
around, basically.
Yeah, and you'll see it move in front of you, and then you just want to wait by it. Don't walk into it early.
Yeah, see how it says like 5.9, 4 point whatever. Yeah, we want to get pretty close to it, about like within the 1 range. And then we're looking for the helicopter to do that little dip, which I created a save like basically on the dip motion. When you see that dip happen, that's when you want to walk in. And what's going to happen is you teleport right to the helicopter. You don't need to worry about it landing and picking you up or open the door, and it should take off right away. And this is the optimal time to get in. You can get in earlier, but it's not recommended.
It's soft walk.
Yes, it's not recommended.
Well,
if
depends
you're in
how
later,
early you do it.
Yeah, and if you're in late, it just sort of sits on the ground for a while. But
If you do it really early, it soft locks. If you do it kind of early, it double lands.
Yeah.
It just
yeah, you get some weird paths sometimes.
It ends up saving a little bit of time, right, compared to not doing the teleport.
Walking normally, I think so, yeah.
But it's, yeah, not optimal.
Now here you
And-
can get trolled.
Yes. I fall victim to this area a lot.
I don't think I've even taken damage in this area. I'm like,
You're
completely
so
serious.
funny. You always like you're so lucky. Like you don't deal with any of the bullshit that all of us have to go.
I have been hit in the face with an RPG twice, like a frame before I was invincible, like while I was still invincible.
I've had to deal with an RPG to the face and then an instant grenade.
I saw that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's very troll. So here I'm just gonna go RPD because it's the fastest weapon I have right now. You can kill this guy if you want, but try to shoot him in between strafes if you're going to. Otherwise, just leave him be. He can
usually you don't
potentially
need
be there and melee you though. That's the only thing. That's why I kind of take him out.
Also, don't get stuck in the ground here. You want to move to the side.
Oh,
instead
that's a
of
good
forward.
point. Let me actually demo that really quick. So, what can happen is if you try to like immediately start moving, you'll just get stuck and you won't go anywhere. So
Same thing happens on CDS when you're roping out at the beginning. You can get stuck in the ground.
I'm holding forward right now. You can see me on my no board, like holding forward. I'm not moving. You need to move like kind of to the back or left, and also that is what I'm talking about. If you're slow, you'll get a grenade to the face, or a grenade will end up being in your path that you have to go, and you might not have heard it pop. So like you just walk into your death. So this section looks straightforward and easy, but it can completely screw you over. So I walk a little bit left. I got RPG'd, but I didn't take that much damage. I think the pilot blocked it. Bless. And I did a little wall run in that wall, or that curb. I'm doing a little wiggle method here to get a little bit of speed too.
Yeah, that's the thing. That'll come back when we're carrying Macmillan.
Yeah,
Wiggling
as
to
long
save
as
it.
you're in the heli here before your timer goes down to under 1 minute, you've done everything pretty well.
Yeah.
And so
It's
the
hard to
wiggling
lose
basically-
time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The wiggling basically works like regular strafing. So how you gain speed on the ground before you jump. It's basically just strafing without jumping. That's all it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say
I'll
it's
take
hard to
something
lose
from
time
chat
there.
again.
Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead. Nope. Go ahead.
There was a question. If you haven't mentioned, what graphic settings are you on?
Oh, yes. So we're on normal textures, and then graphics I can show on Aftermath, I guess.
Everything is normal as far as textures go.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
about your video settings, so shadows and everything like that, but
Let's show it now.
VSync should be off is a big deal because that could make elevators impossible. I don't know if we covered that FPS affects elevators significantly, but
We did not. We didn't even mention the 250 FPS for that.
you don't
that's
need
okay.
250, by the way. I
No,
can do
no,
it
you
just
don't.
fine
It's-
on unlimited.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
absent.
hit CDS tree on 60, but
On
it was
60.
very difficult.
Oh, I wanted to try that. Damn it. Okay, whatever.
It's so hard. Like yeah. Anyway,
If you want to screenshot the settings that I use, but like everybody's computer is different. The main thing is just sync every frame. I have that off. And then dual video cards. I hear like sometimes turning this on actually helps some people, but
really interesting.
for me,
Oh,
I
it's
have.
funny. You keep number of corpses on small instead of tiny.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I like
random.
to see the I like to see all the, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't even know you could go lower than small.
That's like playing on regular.
Oh, really?
No, just it's like it's a weird setting instead of having it max or minimum. Just sort of in that
Gotcha.
little way.
Gotcha. Yeah, Sprint Ellie's on console feels bad, man. But yeah, then there's all of our texture resolution. Cool. All right, now
I can't
everyone's
believe
favorite
we have
level.
to say this, but Aftermath is actually important to explain.
It's
Yes.
crucial.
You will lose 15 seconds if you don't listen to us.
I'm
here.
gonna, if you guys want to explain it, I'm gonna do one casually right now, like I would like playing this for the first time.
Kluger, go ahead and take it.
Okay, I guess. So basically, if you try and stand up by jumping, as most people seem to do naturally, including me, and I think all three of us here,
Yep.
you don't stand up. It doesn't let you stand up until much later in the crawl here.
I'm
If
doing
you
that right
stand
now,
up
by the way.
Yeah, you should have
I'm
been stood
still
up by now,
not
but
standing up.
It's not working. But if you press crouch, you'll stand up much earlier and walk out of the thing much earlier. And I don't know if it's the same deal here. You might be able to stand up with the jump here. I don't know.
It's so slow. Oh my
No, it
god.
doesn't.
It's so
Okay.
risky to do it with jump, though, because you will jump and then you just fall down again.
Yeah.
There's an yep. There's an example right there.
Oh, so that's how you can jump. Because if you stand up with crouch, it doesn't let you jump at all.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
interesting. And you want to be wall running here, not walking through the open.
Yeah, this is
So we'll do that next time.
incredibly slow.
So it's mostly really simple. You just need to know to stand up with crouch to save a lot of time.
So watch that compared to this. I should probably get the timer going. I should
Yeah,
have
I was
timed
about
that.
to say, but
let me I'm not gonna redo the first one, but I'll time this method.
yeah. Because I think that was like a 130. It was gonna be a 130 about.
Yeah.
So really slow.
Also, you don't need to
And
wiggle or anything here, but just spam your crouch button.
I don't know if wiggling is even better here. It's a little weird because you're moving so much slower, but spamming left and right while holding forward will speed you up just very slightly. It'll maybe save a second over the whole thing, maybe not even that much.
So Kluger, I can start wall running sooner if I like look left, right? Or oh shit, I
Yeah,
fucked
so
up
if you look too far right when you attach to the wall, oh, you hit the barrel, that was too early.
Yeah.
So right after that barrel is the wall becomes solid. And if you're looking too far right when you touch the wall, you'll kind of get stuck and you like will just go down to like 0 speed instead of 70 or
This won't
so.
even be sub 1 minute, but compared to that last one, it's pretty significant. So like if you don't take Aftermath seriously, like and you just like play it casually, like you could potentially lose a good chunk of time.
Like a surprising amount, yeah.
It's kind of sad it can cost you a world record if you're in a good pace.
Yeah, it really can.
101. So that's a fine time. I think world record's 57 or something. So it's when you know what you're doing, you can get very close to world record every time because it is